Okay, guys, welcome to Minister Plays Blood Bowl while drinking highly alcoholic beverages. And I'm out! Oh my god! I am out! Time to mix myself a drink. Making some, using the last of my Bat 151. Maybe not the last of it. There's hardly any left. Yeah, enough to get a little bit of buzz off of something. And a good old-fashioned Coke. Mostly because I'm broke and I've had this Bat 151 for a while, because 75% alcohol is not something you should drink fast. And, yay, filling up with some Coke. Well, this is the second of my replays. I had originally played, if you watched my other video, I had originally played, excuse me. I originally played 3 that I recorded, but the sound was all fucked up and basically kind of useless. And then I found out that there's this nifty Cabal TV which records your replays automatically. Not sure if it uses up space on your hard drive. It probably does, in which case you might want to go and delete these, because they are full-on replays. I don't know if they're just record the moves or if it's actual full-on video. I'm assuming record the moves. That would be the least space taking up. Shut the fuck up. Blah, 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 blah. Actually, their commenters are, I find, kind of amusing. Here I am playing the White Knights. I won this 2-0. Let's play it. Now, I'm playing Chaos as the Graggleback Grog. Again. Grog. Yeah, I should do it a little more guttural there. Against the White Knights, we got to play in my stadium, the Blood Bowl. And, we'll see what rolls out on this one. There's Mr. Tibbs the Minotaur, my favorite character. I use him to break stuff. And, I don't know if he got the actually Bloodweiser babes out or not. They're just saying that. Toxic Aftertaste of Death. And I'm playing against Warboss Zodgrod's White Knights. And, High Elf team against some Chaos. I'm actually not too bad against playing against teams that are pretty squishy and mostly passing teams. The big point with that is you need a defensive depth, because they're going to get past you. It's just going to happen. You know, elf... Oh, what's the term? Elf bullshit happens. Elf bullshit. So, you want some defensive depth, so they have to move around your guys and move up and hit them. I think that's what I did here. Let's see. Oh, I chose to receive the ball. Which was actually something I don't normally do. I usually like to get a chance to play it twice, but I felt crippling his players would be the best option here. So I wanted to go first. I wanted to knock the fuck out of his players. And that's what I did. Because I'm knocking the fuck out of his players, I don't have as much depth as I sometimes like to have, but it was enough, since the goal wasn't to actually play the ball, but to kill people. Or injure them. And here I am putting Mr. Tibbs on the side, because there's no point in him going up the center. I'm going to crush his right flank, and proceed up the ball. We had a riot, so everybody lost a turn. Lost a turn. Let's see, who is that? That's, Rolos. Because he's caramel. And Zagnut. My 2 candy bars. There comes Mr. Tibbs with the big hit. Big hit. Yeah, and he's frenzying, which is awesome. It gives me a chance to really fuck people up. Him or his catcher try to knock him down. Bam. Messed him up. Stunned, you know. Not the best thing, but it keeps him out of the fight there. And I use my Chaos Warriors to just knock the shit out of his center. That was, yeah, I stunned Michael Key. This guy had, everybody was named Michael, which is kind of cool. There's Mr. Bill going after Michael Phelps. You know, beating down Olympic swimmers. Yeah, go Mr. Bill. And, fact, which if you watch my 3rd video, you'll find out that Mr. Bill is the only person on my team to be injured. which, if any of you know who Mr. Bill is, was a claymation character on early Saturday Night Lives who got squished a lot. And I found that kind of ironic. Well, that's actually not the definition of irony, but found it interesting. Like prophetic or whatnot. There goes Cheese picking up the ball, and he's running over. He's gonna try to. He did the wrong tactic. You're not gonna go toe to toe. You don't want to try to go toe to toe with Chaos if you're a squishy team like that. You leave your high armored people in the center to try to pin down my Chaos Warriors, because their agility's still pretty good, so not too bad. Oddly enough, he tripped on a going for it, which is really weird. So he only went that far. I wouldn't even try to go in for it. That was silly. Silly, too much of a risk, and it wasted a reroll. And then he didn't do anything, which is crazy. I would have pulled his ass away, so I couldn't do what I'm about to do. Go, Mr. Tibbs. Anthony Michael Hall. Bam. KO'd. Didn't injure him, but since I did knock him out, I basically probably took him out of the rest of the game, since I know how this ends. This was kind of a brutal one. Not for me, for the other team. I just slapped him around like a redhead stepchild. Yeah, I just knocked him across the field. I would have pulled my men back. I wouldn't have let me get up there on the defense. Basically try to force him to run at my guys and use up a blitz. And then plug the field. Or at most, I wouldn't have put my freaking catcher up there like he did, which is really silly. Which is what I was doing. I was actually just stomping my way to his catcher and trying to put him down. There he goes. Knocks him around. And here come Blitzen. Bam. Oh! Going for it, which sucked. But I had my reroll, and I use that shit. Because my other guy's right near the goal line, and fuck it, I was going to let him get close to it. And there it goes, bam. Now, one odd thing I've noticed with this is, if you do a go for it, and you stop right next to a character, and your go for it ends right there, it looks like they punch you, but they don't. Me trying to actually put his people out. Michael J. Fox. If I remember correctly, I don't know if I killed anybody, but I know I injured somebody in this game. I think it was Michael Moore. Michael Moore. I nailed his ass to the ground. I think it was a cast. Where was it, Mr. Tibbs? I think it was Mr. Tibbs smashed him to pieces. One thing I'd suggest you do if you're chaos is use that Minotaur all the time. Especially since if you just move him, either get him where you can block a bunch of people, or you want to blitz with him, because that wild animal, the chances of him getting just moving are very slim. There it is, first person. He knocked me down, first one. Mr. Holmes, he stunned me, which wasn't too bad, and that was with a catcher. Surprisingly, he shouldn't have been able to do that, but he was surrounding me pretty good there. But I mean, my Chaos Warriors have a 9 AV, so I do not mind sitting them there. And here comes Mr. Tibbs charging around. See, I'm just beating him like a drum here. I am beating him like a drum. Renzi, bam. Yep, injured Michael Moore. Bam. I took him out of the game, which was useful. Bam. There goes another guy. Knocked the fuck out. Well, knocked him down. I'm just beating him up, just smacking him around like he's nothing. Drop kick. just beat him down. Keep his people down as much as possible. That was my main goal, and I did pretty good at it, actually. Put up a defender, so this one guy couldn't really overwhelm me very easily. Since he was right there.
That's a solid formation. I want to see the opposing team.
Yep, both of us got knocked down, but you know what? It was fine as my last guy. Whatever. Try to leave the 1 dice rolls to the last person, because that way most of your team's gone. We're about to... let's see what he does. I know he didn't... I know I won because he conceded. Really early in the game, too. I mean, it wasn't even the first half. Pretty sure it wasn't the first half.
Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
There. You knocked me around there a little, but my beastmen are just as badass as his toughest, you know, highest armor guys. I mean, they have higher agility, yeah, but
together. He's on him now, like a halfling on a hot.
But he didn't really do a very good job with the elves. I have a tendency to try to run around people. That's why I put some defense in depth when I'm back there. Or try to knock him around. Run back so they can't run up there and catch him really fast. I've seen too many players. Michael Vick, 2 injuries, that's why he bailed. I can understand that. His guys are 1 unconscious and 2 knocked out. 11 against, and he had 11 team members. I mean, that just means I'm more likely to really smash him to pieces. So, boom. Another KO. I think this is when he calls it.
He's going to sleep.
I knocked half of his team unconscious. Well, I mean, not quite now, but... Yep, there's Mr. Tibbs, just beating people down. Mr. Tibbs, you're my hero. And you got, who was that? That was, Rolos and Cheese. Spam's... Oh, missed that guy. Spam and Michael Bolton. Oh, yeah, oh, I got hit. I got knocked down. We just really have too many players who can get up there and try to overpower me with. See, he blitzed right off the bat. That's the stupidest thing. It was so dumb. That was so dumb. Turnover. Yep, and here's where he bailed. Conceded. First 2 wins concessions. Works for me. Yay. Let's see. Mr. Tibbs got 7, which is awesome. I ended up buying him some tentacles, so when I do get in with a bunch of people, he gets in there pretty good, which is nice. And that's game 2. One more game of this watch replay stuff, and I've been caught up with my 3 missing games. Yay! Next one's a grueling, brutal match where we just stomp the crap out of each other, and it's a 1-score game. So tune in. I will see you then.